Why hello there! Today we are playing GeoGuessr once again, and we are playing specifically the Can I Guess the Country in Europe map. That's right, we have 50,000 locations to pick from today, and we have to guess where we are in Europe. Of course, we're going to be doing this challenge on a no moving basis, just to make it that bit harder. And look at all these countries. I mean, I'm fairly sure that almost every single country in Europe is on GeoGuessr, so I think we're going to have a pretty hard time figuring this out, but hey, I love a challenge, so let's get into it and see how we get on. Alrighty, we are in the first location. It's looking pretty nice and sunny. It's like I'm almost on holiday here. Lovely trees. I was about to say, let's look at the position of the sun, but then I remembered that we're in Europe, so it's always going to be in the same place. Looking around, this is instantly giving me like Spain vibes, or maybe Greece, somewhere southern Europe, somewhere warm. I can't really see what it says, unfortunately. It's a lovely place though. I'd love to come here on holiday one day. Unfortunately, because we're playing a no-move map, I'm grounded in this position and simply can't move. So I'm just having to take all the other context clues I can see around, such as the buildings and the trees and the great big sea over there. Alright, I haven't really got much more to go off here, so I think somewhere in Spain, maybe... no, maybe Greece. Yeah, I'm thinking somewhere Spain, maybe near Alicante. Let's see. Nope, it was Greece. I mean, we were 1,538 kilometers away, but we managed to scrape together 420 points, so we'll take it as a first round. Okay, second location. This is instantly less appealing. Dull and grey. Surprising that we're probably not in the United Kingdom. But I don't think we're in the United Kingdom. I think we're somewhere else, so let's take a look around. Okay, looking pretty rural, pretty suburban here. A nice little pew church thing, so Christian country. But again, there's not really anything that's giving me any clues, no signage, nothing. Nothing that's telling me where we are. Well, may as well just put a guess down. I'm going to guess Romania. Sure, why not? Okay, it wasn't Romania. It was Poland, of all places. Which, to be fair, makes a lot of sense. That was probably going to be a second guess if it wasn't Romania. But at least that time we were a little bit closer, so we can scrape up a few more points. Okay, next round. Round 3 of 5. I'm instantly getting UK vibes here. I'm just feeling it from the... Unfortunately, I can't see what this sign says, or because that might have given the game away. Nah, I read this online. Apparently, rue is road in French. I didn't know that before, but now I do, which is incredibly helpful because I'm fairly sure we're in France. Again, don't know where in France. I mean, it might be France, it might be a neighbouring country like Belgium or something. Although that flag, is that a French flag? I really can't tell. I ain't really got much else to go off here. A sign that I can barely read, so that's great. Maybe I'm just going to have to put another guess in like I did last time and just hope for the best. So if I guess somewhere in France, at least if it's somewhere like Belgium, I'll be close enough. I don't have the foggiest, it just seems quite rural, so let's just plonk it somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Oh, there we go, a fantastic guess. Only 199 kilometers away, but a nice 3,631 points. That was a pretty big guess, but a good one at that. So, yeah. Sometimes you've got to take those little victories when you can. And it's the next round. Okay, I was really hoping I'd be put somewhere with a little bit more population, but I guess we just got to work with what we've got here. Now, this is looking pretty cold, the environment. I'm thinking Scandinavian, somewhere very north perhaps. I mean, these trees are looking quite alpine, I think. It's certainly making me think this is like a Norway or a Sweden or something like that. So let's just have a look around and see if I can see anything else that might help me here. I know some people are going to be able to tell what these letterboxes are and what country they're based in. I don't have the foggiest, so all of this kind of stuff is useless to me. I've just got to go off intuition. And where is my intuition telling me to go? And I wish I went with Scandinavia because it was definitely not Central Europe. It was Finland of all places. I should probably have known that, but hey, sometimes you got to go with your gut, and your gut is sometimes wrong. Moving swiftly on to the last round, I am again in the middle of nowhere, which was completely expected. I don't even know if it's worth spending much time here because I'm having a look around and there's absolutely nothing to work with here. There's really no signage, there's nothing that's really indicating where we are. It's just flat grassland and farmland in the distance. I'm not going to lie, I'm at a bit of a loss here, so maybe I just have to put my guess in and see where we go. So what are we thinking? I'm thinking France. I know that a lot of France is quite flat, so I'm just going to pick somewhere here. And like normal, I'm wrong. It was not France, it was Denmark. Which, come to think of it now, on reflection, it does seem very Danish. But hey, you live and you learn. I don't think I've done very well this game. And with that, we got 7,196 points out of a total of 25,000, giving us a bronze medal, which is fine, but I'm really hoping for something more here, and I think we need to give it another go and see whether we can get something a bit higher. Maybe one of those silver medals. Okay, so we'll try again. And thankfully, we've been put in another place which is in the middle of nowhere. Although we do have this sign. Artificial Lake of Maris, Maris Village, Scala Marian Settlement. I don't really know what language that is, but there is thankfully the English translations, which makes life a bit easier. Okay, that didn't help me. But we do seem like we're in a pretty dry country, so again, I'm thinking Southern Europe. We're in some sort of industrial complex or landfill. Maybe it's like a part of Italy, perhaps? Although this language isn't filling me with a ton of confidence that we're in Italy. So, I don't know. I have no clue where this is. I'm going to guess Northern Italy, potentially? And just see, with it being relatively Central Europe, whether we can get somewhere close to where it might be. Maybe I'll pick somewhere close, but maybe Bosnia? Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't really know. Ah, okay. It wasn't Bosnia. It was northern Greece. I did think it was somewhere warm, but again, there's so many countries it could have been. Not really too sure, to be perfectly honest with you. And on reflection, the Greek language was pretty clear now. Okay, so next round, let's see if we can redeem ourselves. Oh my god, it's doggos. There's doggos here, people. Ah, look how cute they are. Oh, there's even more doggos. And chickens. And a glove. This is the best map yet. Okay, but in all seriousness, we need to actually figure out where we are. It seems pretty rural. And again, there's not an awful lot around here that's giving me really much idea of where we could possibly be. I'm thinking Eastern Europe. Hungary? Sure. Okay, this time it was Northern Italy, where I thought it was last round when it wasn't, and it now is. That's some sod's law right there. I mean, no wonder it looked really rural. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere from the looks of it. Round 3. Why are we in such rural places? Please, just give me something to look at. Although, what I will say is, on first glance, I'm thinking maybe Italy again. This all looks like... I'm thinking Italy again. I mean, if you look here, it's a 2018 Google image, so these images are actually quite old thinking about it. So maybe it's a place where they don't have people going often to be able to get a lot of pictures. If only I knew my GeoGuessr lamppost meta, I would know exactly where we were. So we're going to have to guess, which has been the theme of this video so far. And I'm going Italy again. Alright, so we were close, but Unfortunately, the wrong country. It wasn't Italy, it was actually Montenegro. But we managed to collect a nice 2,694 points, so hey, that's fine by me. Okay, 4 of 5. This is an interesting one. This is a bit different to being in the middle of a rural place. This is quite a densely populated little town from the looks of it. We've got ourselves a sign here. We've got this one that says Cal Navarra. This little crest reminds me of the Spanish crest, or maybe something like it, so maybe we're in Spain. Jesus Christ. We've got Jesus Christ. This guy has a business on the back of his shirt. Unfortunately, it only looks like a telephone number and not a domain name, so I can't tell what country this is in. I don't really know the area codes of Spain, or many other countries for that matter, so this isn't really that helpful. Okay, is there anything else I can see? Not really much else. Signage, can't really see any license plates. I can't even tell what side of the road people are driving on. Is it the right side? Because I can't move, it's again just going to have to be a guessing job, and I guess Spain. This signage appears to be street names, and I don't think it's really going to help me on the town we're in. Oh, okay, that was a very good guess. I guessed just above Seville, and it was just south of Seville, actually. Only 49 kilometres away. So we picked up 4,617 points. That's a pretty good round, especially when it was a complete guess. Okay, 5th round. Let's see if we can finish this up with some nice score here. If we can end this round strong, then I think we're going to be pretty well here. Oh, some signage. This is immediately giving me Scandinavian, so let's not make that mistake again. Toverum, Skolgaten, Servicehus, Stalplatz. Yeah. Maybe if I look at a map, I might be able to find where this place is. This is giving me Nordic here. The buildings. What does that say? Does that say Denmark? Denmark on that truck? I don't know if I'm misreading that or whether it's a red herring, but maybe we're in Denmark again. I'm going to bear that in mind. Vimmerby. So maybe if I find Vimmerby on a map, that might help. Oh, there's a flag there. There's a flag. That's a Norway flag if I've ever seen one. And there's some other flags too, but that's Norwegian. Which makes me think we're in Norway. So maybe if I look at Norway and see if I can see any of these places, that might be a good start. So let's have a quick look here. Not gonna lie, I can't really see anything of any use, really. Maybe it's not Norway. Maybe it's like Sweden or something. This is the benefit of having a map with no timer. I can spend all day looking at this map if I want to. If I want to, which is the operative question here. Well, let's just try here. And it was not Norway, it was Sweden. I mean, my gut feeling was Norway, so that's fair enough, but I did doubt myself a little bit there, and unfortunately we were in the wrong country. We were still pretty close though. 422 kilometres off. We'll pick up some nice points there. Ooh, out of 25,000 points we got 12,430, which is certainly much better than our last score. It's a new best score, but it's unfortunately just a little bit off a silver medal, which means that we're going to have to do it again and get the silver medal. I mean, I can't end this video without getting the silver medal, can I? Okay, first round of the new game. This is definitely the United Kingdom. I know for a fact this is somewhere in England. You got these nice little houses, these suburban minis. Yeah, this is a nice neighbourhood. I wanted to look at the wheelie bins and see if I could figure out what local authority they are, so at least it gives me an idea of where we are. But everything's just a bit too far away and just a bit too blurry, which makes my job that much harder. Again, if I could move, I could probably maybe figure this out just by going to the local town or something, but I can't do that, so I'm just going to have to make a guess. I'm fairly confident we're in England out of anywhere else in the UK, but just where? Because England's a big place. And I'm not thinking central, I'm thinking like outskirts of a big city, like suburban areas, nice upmarket place. How about there? Oh, okay. very wild guess, very wild results. We were near Birmingham. We were 48 kilometres away, in fact. And that was a great start, giving us 4,630 points. A much needed great first round. Ah, Dunchurch. What a lovely place in the world. Okay, let's keep the momentum up. Although this time, I don't have any vibes about where we are. I'm the foggiest where this is. So we're back to square one. Again, it does seem a bit more of a warmer climate. So again, Southern Europe potentially. But this is the problem with plonking me in somewhere like this where there's no signage or anything. I'm getting little to no clues about where we are. I'm just going to have to take a guess. Let's go with the same place as before. Northern Greece. And I was completely wrong. It was nowhere near there. It was in fact just on the border in Slovakia, of all places. You could have given me that 10 times in a row and I probably wouldn't have guessed Slovakia, so fair play. Okay, round 3. Let's make this a quick one. I'm guessing this is a church sign of some sort? Northern Western Europe, potentially. Oh, we've got a sign. Freya Kirkevej. Must have butchered that pronunciation, but... Okay, cars are driving on the right-hand side of the road, so that narrows it down to most of the countries in Europe. But based on that language, I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's Denmark again? Is it Danish? I honestly have no idea. I just have to plonk it down in some rural place and just hope for the best, I think. Wow. Good guess. 95 kilometers away. 4,291 points. Come on, let's keep this momentum going. Get that silver medal. Let's do it. Oh, we have a domain name. SK. SK. Is that Slovakia? I'm trying to think of any other countries in Europe that could potentially be SK. I mean, there's Sweden, but I think that's SW or SE or something. Then you've got Slovenia, you've got San Marino, you've got Spain. I'm fairly sure none of those are SK. Let's have a look around and see if we can figure anything else out here. It also doesn't help that all the signage is looking the other way, so I can't actually see if there's any useful information on them to tell me where I am. Well, only clue I've got is Slovakia, so let's just plonk it down somewhere in there and hope for the best. As you can tell, much of this video is just making wild guesses, so let's see what happens. That was very close, 69 kilometers away. I unfortunately didn't know where in Slovakia we were, but thankfully it's not a huge country in the grand scheme of things, so provided I got the right country, we were going to be fairly close anyway. This is round 5 of the last game, and again we've been plonked somewhere that looks like every other place in Europe. Reflexology plantaire massages? Okay. Ah, I did think it was French. We've got our route again. Road. Road time. French road. We're somewhere that speaks French. Ooh, and we got another doggo too. Okay, so maybe we're somewhere in some rural French town or Belgium or something? Just seeing if there's anything else that might be able to narrow it down some more. So, oh, what is that? Is that someone's house? Let's take a guess here. Again, this seems pretty rural, so let's just put it down here in southern France and let's see. Okay, we were correct with our assumption that it was French and it was within that region. It was just not only not in France, but also at the complete opposite end in Belgium. With a little bit of knowledge, I can get in the general right area, so if I learn a bit more about this, then I'll be in such a better position. And there, we got 16,252 points, which is enough for the silver medal. Hey! And that's exactly what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. We have acquired the silver medal. Next time I play the Europe maps, I'll try it again and see if I can get an even better score and potentially even get one of these 2 higher up gold and platinum medals. But for now, we're going to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what continent you want me to do next. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.